All right, this is the Ask the Expert Anything event, and I am in room 26. I'm Sam Rafoss. This is the Alignable, what, well, let's say I'm the Alignable Networking Expert. That's what I was assigned. I've been successful on Alignable. And until we get anyone joining us to ask a question, because there's 30 experts in different rooms, and all of our participants are going around from room to room to find out questions that they have to be answered from all the experts. So I know there is a lot of choices that people can make. However, I don't want to sit in here with a room where it's silent, it's crickets. So in order to make use of the time, I always like to say, let's make use of the time productively. So I've got what I came up with from being on Alignable. I came up with 10 proven strategies for success on Alignable. So this is based on I've been on Alignable for just over 3 years now. And I always say to people, in order to be successful on Alignable, what I did in the beginning is I just followed people that were successful. By following, meaning I connected with people that I could see were having success on the platform or were leaders on the platform, whether that would be Alignable ambassadors, whether it be group leaders, other people that I networked with and that I saw had had great information and tips for me as somebody new coming into the platform. So I just started learning from others. And then I adapted what they were doing, I adapted it to fit me, because I always say to people, or my coaches that I coach a lot of new coaches, and I always am fully focused on doing what works for you. So taking whatever system you're in and learning it. So for me, it was learning the success of the Alignable platform and then adapting it for me. So I'm just going to read off my notes and what I've got here. And it is a download that I've also given people. And for the purposes of the Ask the Expert Anything event, I do have a visibility boost guide that I've offered in the workbook. So if you've got the workbook, you can look at my page. I'm in room 26 here, so I might be 26 on the pages. Not quite sure, but something around there. So you can look for that, and you can look for that download link, and you can download that. But as far as Alignable goes, what I've got here, the number one, and again, remember, this is according to me. This is my experience. I've been on Alignable since 2022. 2023, 2024, 2025, I've been Calgary's local business person of the year, or I should say the Northwest area of Calgary, because it's all by location. So in Calgary, we're divided up into Northwest, Northeast, Southwest, Southeast. So for my section of the city, I was named the local business person of the year for 3 years. In 2024, I happen to be Canada's business person of the year on Alignable. And honestly, that was surprising. I wasn't necessarily going for number one. However, that's how the votes came out, and it's a proud moment for me. In 2025, I am the of course, Calgary. I didn't make Canada's top one. I think I was number 3 in Canada this year. And again, I'm not necessarily here for, oh, I have to be number one. I am here to be on the platform and to be as visible as I can in order to create those collaborations, to drive client growth, to help people. Alignable is all about networking and those connections. So for me, as an introvert. And people always say, oh my goodness, you're leading groups, you have coaching groups, you have your Coach Connect Hub group on Alignable. I was an ambassador for Calgary for my area. However, I'm not right now, only because I'm out of town a lot, and I don't have as much capacity for hosting hosting, that's the word I'm looking for hosting the monthly in-person events. So I'm not the ambassador. However, I'm an online ambassador, I like to say, because I do love the Alignable platform and I do love promoting it. And it has been successful for me in my business to be on Alignable. And the first tip that I always give anyone is Alignable University. There is a link to Alignable University on the platform, and that is where all of the training is, because like any platform, so whether it's LinkedIn, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, Alignable is another platform that has its own idiosyncrasies. It has its own culture. It has its own way of doing things. It's a networking platform versus strictly a social media platform. So when you're on Alignable, the best thing to do is learn the culture of Alignable, learn what the do's and don'ts are. And the first thing is to show up at, quote, Alignable University online. And there is a link in there on Alignable. You can find anything. There's trainings always available. So I was just talking to a client earlier today, and he wants to be more visible on Alignable. So I said to him that, take the time to watch some of those first videos on Alignable University. So even the first 1, 2, 3 videos, the first one about how important your profile is and what to do with your profile. This is what my advice to everyone is. Yes, it's easy to get on a platform, and I know that most people, and myself included, that I'm on there and I'm looking around and I'm just trying things. I'm looking through my profile at the beginning, and I was trying to fill things out, and I was putting in my about section and photos, and so you're adding all the components of your profile. However, when you go to Alignable University and they actually walk you through why you do what you do and why you have a certain look to your banner image, or why you put your about section, or any of the reasoning behind what to do on your Alignable profile, it just starts to make everything make sense. So my tip to everyone is always first go to Alignable University, get your profile the way that you want it, and it's ever changing. Your profile is never going to stay 100% static. It's not going to stay the same all the time. There's different components to it. However, start somewhere. And then also, I usually say to people too, do what I did. Start following people that seem to be leading on Alignable. And I tell people all the time, especially if you're a coach or you're a business owner that works with coaches, my group is Coach Connect Hub. So I tell people, come on down, come over and join Coach Connect Hub. Get knowing some of the fellow coaches and business owners through our weekly Smart Connects, which is our online networking. Through other events, through training. I host a lot of different events in there, and I try to promote the members too that have their own events or events or networking or training or anything in Coach Connect Hub. That's what it's all about, to get to know each other and support each other. And along with your profile, one of the main things to do, and the good thing about the way the profiles are set up now on Alignable from when I started is, now with the advent of AI and so many more people are familiar with artificial intelligence, that there are ways that Alignable will help you with your profile. So you can either, there's buttons that you can push. Well, literally, there's a button you can click and it will say, do you want help with your profile? And like anything, I use a lot of AI in my business, but with everything, you can't just, push the AI and then copy and paste. You need to make it sound like you need to edit it, tweak it, do all of that. So take some time to do your profile. That is really important to get your profile the way you want it before you start reaching out to too many people. And then, yes, of course, you want to be connecting with people. That's what Alignable is about. You want to be connecting with people. And I think I alluded to it at the beginning that I am definitely more of an introverted personality. So once you realize that even as an introvert, you can connect with people and it's not too scary. Well, sometimes let's say I'm adverse to some of the smart connects on some days, and fellow introverts will get that. Some days we just can't people is what I will usually say. Some days we just need that recharge day, especially as coaches, consultants, creatives, helpers. If we're in a group, or we're coaching clients, or we're training, or we're interacting with a lot of people, then usually after 2 or 3 days of that, for me personally, I need a break. So I may have planned to go to a networking event, and for that day it will be like, okay, I've had my people interaction quota. I need some time to recharge. So on those days I might just not be on Alignable as much, and I might just be doing some more behind the scenes work or content or messaging within the platform, but I might not be doing those face-to-face interactions. But Alignable is really good to make it work for you. For extroverts that love networking, you could be networking almost 24 hours a day on Alignable. There is so many different events. So you can search events, you can search for different groups. If you have a specific group that you want to belong to, you can, there are groups and events for everything. Okay, what else have I got on my list here? Oh, as far as your profile goes, it's important on Alignable to optimize what they call your tags. So your profile, everyone gets like the main tag for who you are. So for an example, I am a brand strategist and a spiritual business coach. So my profile, normally the first tag will say business coach, and I'm trying to remember, what do I have on there? Because sometimes I switch it up depending on what I want to focus on. However, because I mostly work with coaches, there's always going to be tags that refer to coaching. So whatever your business is, if you are a marketer, if you are an accountant, if you are a author, a speaker, you want that main tag to be reflective in who you identify as. And then the other tags that you would have on your profile might be attributed to you and those that you're seeking to meet, whether it's your ideal clients, whether it's collaborators, referral partners, whoever it is. That's how you optimize your profile and your tags. There's so much to go through here. Let me see, what else can I share with you? I've got here invest in premium membership. So depending what you want to do with your business and how many people you want to meet and how much visibility you want. And I'm a big believer in, it's your business. I've been an entrepreneur for many years. It's your business, it's your budget, whatever you're spending on your business. However, on the flip side of it is, we need to invest in our business where it makes sense. So for me, investing in premium, at first I had a free account, then I joined the premium account, the first premium account, and that gave me more exposure, more leads, more connections, more opportunities. Yes. And then 2 years ago, I wanted to host my own coaching group. that was a goal for my business, and I thought Alignable would be a great way to host a coaching group. In order to do that, to host your own group, or the opportunity to, let's just say it's not a foregone conclusion, there is an application process to it, and I don't know all the rules anymore. Like that, I created my group 2 years ago, so anyone who is creating a group would have to see what the rules are now, or guidelines. And in order to have my group, I have a premium plus membership. So for me, having a premium plus membership, yes, I definitely invested, time and money. However, it's worked out well for me. For me, that was a good investment in my business. So I am a big fan of the premium program, and it, like anything else, we all have to look and assess whether it's an ROI for our business, a return on investment. And for me, it has been. What else? Oh, number 4 I've got here. And these are 10. I've got 10 here. And I'll just keep going through them. And if someone comes in to ask me an alignable question, I will be happy to answer it. All right. Connect with community influencers I've got here. So forge connections with alignable ambassadors, community supporters, and contest winners. So contest winners is what I was talking about, where I was, for the last 3 years, I've been #1 in Calgary Northwest, and in 2024, I was the contest winner for Canada. The contest winner, what that is every January. So January of every year, and then it's 6 or 7 weeks where everyone on Alignable, we vote for people that everyone has a certain number of votes by virtue of having an account. I think everyone starts out with at least 10 votes, and then it moves on from there. If you're in a group, you get more votes. If you host a group, you get more votes. If you're an ambassador, if you have a premium membership. So there's all different ways to get a number of votes. And then you cast your votes for your fellow business people. And honestly, Chuck Casto, who hosts that contest every year, I said to him the first year that I honestly didn't realize the significance of this contest. And remember, I talked about Alignable being a platform and having its own culture. So for me, coming into Alignable after the in 2022, after the contest, and I saw all these people talking about winning this contest, my first thought was, it honestly sounded kind of lame. And I say this to Chuck all the time, that for me, I didn't understand the significance of the contest in the context of Alignable, because what it is we all get to know our fellow Alignable community members. So the contest is a way for us to give them a shout out, and give them a vote, and give them a recommendation to say, you know what, I voted for Paul because Paul was one of my first mentors on Alignable and helped lead the way for me to be more successful on Alignable, things like that. So when I understood the concept and the impact of that contest, then in 2023, I really took it serious on Alignable. Well, it's the Alignable contest, of course. I took it serious on Alignable. And I just started voting for other people, and it was really, what should I say, impactful. Hey, Mark, great to see you.
Hello.
I was,
How are you?
I'm good. Are you one of the experts?
No, I
Oh, I
need the
thought you were.
experts.
Okay, okay. And you know what? You know why I'm laughing? Because I have all these different checklists and everything for Alignable, and I'm the type of person, when I get in a room, it just feels weird not to say anything. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna
Oh,
record content while I'm here. Okay.
that's brilliant.
I'm
That's such a
I'm
good idea.
I'm stopping content. And Mark, what question can I
So,
answer about
mm,
Alignable?
Really, I jumped in because I was just talking to Simona about podcasting and somebody mentioned Alignable and I didn't know what it was. And then I saw you, so I figured, hey, I would
Oh,
jump in because they
fantastic.
said Alignable is great.
Yes. And honestly, it is like any other platform, it has its own culture. So
Mm.
are you on LinkedIn?
Oh yeah, big time.
Okay, yeah, and we should follow each other. I'm on both. I love both Alignable. I love LinkedIn, and for the most part, I coach new coaches. That's what I do.
Cool.
And on Alignable, I have a Coach Connect Hub group, and I've learned over the last 3 years how to navigate Alignable successfully. So when Lisa asked me to join the event, Lisa said, "Would you be the Alignable expert? That's what I need." And I said,
Nice.
"Sure." So um, tell me what you do and what you use Alignable for.
Yeah. So I've never used it before.
Oh,
But I am
LinkedIn. Tell me what
yeah,
you use LinkedIn for.
LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So I am a career coach and a
Okay.
resume writer,
Okay.
working primarily with director level and above through executives in the boardroom to support really specifically those who are kind of being strategic and intentional about leveling up in their careers. So on the coaching
Okay.
side, we're doing career management planning. We are doing job search strategy, hidden job market, executive presence. We're talking interview prep, salary and compensation
Okay.
negotiation, all that. On the
Did
writing
we
side, I'll write them.
did we just connect on LinkedIn? Sorry, I get them mixed up. I think I just
Let
connected
me
with you.
Not yet. We
Okay.
are second level connections, though. We've got a
Okay.
bunch of people in common.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
You then
because
you
it says brand strategist and spiritual business
yeah.
coach, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. So I'm
Connect
going to
with
connect
me.
you through right now.
Yeah. No,
Um,
I love what you do. I want to hear more about it, and then I can give you, some direction on how Lineable
yeah.
can help you.
So this is what's interesting is I've just been doing one-to-one clients. I'm a solopreneur. I've got tons of clients. I am constantly busy, busy, busy. But one of the things that I'm going to be starting is a new sort of like I don't know if you want to call it like a sub brand under my business, but I just bought the domain for the boardroom, BORED. And the goal here is that I will start a podcast this summer, fall, that is twofold. I'll have executive level clients, or not clients necessarily, but either folks I've worked with or others who have senior level roles. I will interview them about how they found alignment, how they got to where they are today, like just to hear their stories, right? To inspire other people that they can make those shifts upward in their career. And how do you do that while finding fulfillment, not getting bored,
Yeah.
right? So many people kind of get that
That's
corner
so
office and then
cool.
go, this is unfulfilling, right?
Yeah.
The goal then is that I also have like every other episode will be me just, I think I'm going to coin them stop it episodes, where
Mm-hmm.
I walk through resumes, bios, LinkedIn content, thought leadership, networking, and say, like, stop it, stop doing this thing that doesn't work. Do this other thing, right? So short form, 10, 15-minute episodes, just me talking. I want to parlay that then into the boardroom executive transformations or executive intensive events where I can bring in small cohorts of like 10 to 15 between, I don't know yet, $2,500, $5,000 for a 1 or 2 day event, depending on how big I want to make these. But bring those folks in and run them through coaching that I do with people, but in an intensive format where they can feel like there's a transformation that happens and they start to get into alignment and really can start to plan then what comes next for them in their careers. So I would do those 2, maybe 3 times a year. Maybe even having one of those be focused on LGBTQ leaders who want a safe space to do this work. So that's kind of the big idea. And somebody was like, Alignable would be great for you
Mm-hmm.
to jump in. So I on LinkedIn specifically, I have LinkedIn services. I get some
Yep.
clients from LinkedIn, but it's
Yep.
mostly the thought leadership for me that I'm positioning myself as the expert, certified professional career coach,
Yep.
certified executive resume writer. I've got that. So I throw out content. Its reach is decent. I'll randomly have posts that absolutely blow up. I did one yesterday that's at 26,000 impressions, which is solid.
Whoa,
It's
that's
got some good
awesome.
reach. I think my largest posts ever was last year. I got 125,000 impressions on LinkedIn, so I'll take
Sweet.
it.
Yep.
And so I want to know, like, how do I get in front of people who are going to, one, want to be on the podcast, but
Yeah.
honestly, if I'm being real, I want the people who come on the podcast to also come to the event, right? I want them to
Yeah.
say that it was so cool to talk to you. I want to be part of this. So,
Yeah.
part of the podcast will be a lead gen for me, but I
Yeah.
want to know, like, where else can I get in rooms where there are folks like this who want to hear this message and are going to commit to saying, I will spend X amount of thousands of dollars on myself
Yeah.
by coming to this live in-person thing that will be transformative for my already successful but maybe unfulfilling career.
Got you. And where's the live event?
It depends. I think I could travel around and do it in different cities. I'm actually, since October, I've been traveling to decide where I want to live. So I've been
Nice.
exploring different places.
Yeah.
I made a decision last week. I'll probably be moving to Philadelphia, so I could even
Oh,
just start it there.
yep.
It's nice, centrally located between
Mm-hmm.
DC and New York, easy for people to get to. Um, and then maybe you do one in Chicago, then I do one on the West Coast. Like, I think I can move around with it. But I want them specifically in person because I think there's a magic that happens when you're in person.
I and honestly, I support people that want to do that. And like I'm at the stage of my career now where I'm like, I just want to do online. I've been there, done,
Yeah,
I've done all that, but I love it that people
for sure.
still want to do it because I think everybody is
Definitely.
getting video fatigue. So I think that's
Hmm.
great.
It's true.
And
It's true.
to to use Alignable, well, there I'm and I always like to just be absolutely 100% real. Like Alignable is a fabulous platform, and I'm speaking from my experience. It's a fabulous platform. It's not a fast platform.
Okay.
So, I mean, if you are super clear on, and which it does sound like you are, but if you're super clear of who you are speaking to, so if you know that these are the people whether it's clients or collaborators or referral partners, Alignable is great
Hmm.
for all of that. For me, I've generated clients on Alignable. I have great referral partners. Some are, well, most are, we're not like affiliates or anything. We're just that high trust
Right.
relationship where, somebody
Yes.
comes to me about something and I might say, you know what, that sounds like more of a career thing. And you know what, I'm gonna have you talk to Mark. Like I
Yes.
know who I
I
work
love
with.
those relationships.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I know who I work with. Everybody I meet with is
Hmm.
not my client. Or
Right.
I will have who did I meet with a few months ago? And I can't remember who it was. Anyway, and they were like, um, and I said, "Oh," I said, "I think I should refer you to my friend who is my dear friend that I met on Alignable."
Yeah.
And I said, "I think you need Carrie more than me right now at some point in
Hmm.
time because she is specifically a leadership coach, helps people with
Yeah.
business plans, everything. I can talk about leadership, but it's not my
Right.
sweet spot, and I don't
Yeah.
do business plans the way people want. So again,
Yeah.
for Alignable, if you know who you're talking to, who you want to meet on the platform, then of course, like join
Okay.
Alignable. There is a lot of what happens with me when I'm talking with people like you, all my brain does is go through my Rolodex and go, okay,
Yes.
he should be meeting Molly. He should be meeting Paul. I'm just going, okay. So for me, it's about who can I connect you with, who I think you should, you should meet with. And then also I just tell people, join Alignable, join my group, especially if you're a coach. And I love
Mhm.
hear like I do. I love hearing it from people on Alignable that are not
Yeah.
even coaches, that they'll come into my group and they'll say, "Oh, so and so told me that you run the best events or you are the most active or you know, you tell people who they need to meet." Like but that's my goal. My goal is
Yeah.
to be that person
That's what you
within
want.
what I do. So when I hear
Yep.
that feedback, that's great. And then, of course, then I have other people that come to my group that are like, "No, she's not for me." And I believe
Hmm.
in that too. I believe in that. Like go find your people.
Yeah, explore.
But
Okay.
if you do that on Alignable, uh, and give it time to get to know how to use the platform. Like it,
Yes.
the way that I explain it to everyone I'm big on stories, analogies, everything. And someone explained it to me this way. And so I can't take the claim to fame that I figured it out. It was just like, oh yeah, that makes sense. If, if
Yeah.
we were looking at LinkedIn and Alignable, LinkedIn would be the skyscraper in New York, and Alignable would be
Hmm.
your local coffee shop
Oh,
where
cool.
you,
Okay.
where you'd walk in and, hey, Mark, how's it going? Like that, almost like that Main Street business type, running into your fellow entrepreneurs. That's
Yeah.
more the vibe. And
That is
there,
incredible. Okay.
there is also the other side of it. There is the side of, hi, Mark, how are you? Do you want to buy my stuff? Like, so, but you can't
Yes,
get
that's
away
going to be
from
a
it.
big one.
You can't
Yeah.
get away from it, but for the most part, it is very
Okay.
relationship driven. But there are still, lots of people that just, believe in the numbers game. If I talk to enough people today, I'm gonna sell somebody. So anyway,
Yeah.
but
That is so cool. Okay, this is great. I had never heard of Alignable before, so this is good to know. And I like investing in those spaces
yeah,
too, right? Because
yeah,
it's useful for me to get new ideas, to,
yeah,
it can, like you said, it's just relationships more than anything else. So
yeah,
that's really, really
yeah,
cool. Okay.
yeah.
So is there like best practice for like if you do one thing after joining, what do you do first?
Oh, this is my
After joining your group?
um on my list of download my visibility guide too on my page. Download that. That'll
Yeah.
have and I just realized that I didn't even proofread it, and I'm like, oh man, anyway, whatever. There's a double sentence at the beginning. I'm like, but um there's so you can download that guide. The most important thing, bar none, before you start connecting with too many people, is have your profile filled out. You gotta have, like,
Okay.
it's almost like um showing up to a meeting without your suit on. I get people trying to connect with me, and I look and I'm like, they don't even have their profile photo. They have nothing in there. Like, there's each section that you need to put things in. And again, have something in each section and
Yeah.
start there.
Okay.
Um, Go to Alignable University. There's training. It's an online link. And I just tell everyone, watch the first one or two videos, even if you double speed it, even if you just like kind of I know people just want to fill out their profile and get connecting with people, but it's like everything else. There's a right way to do things and a wrong way. And if you take the time to even watch the first one or two videos, I think there's
Yeah.
three main ones that, it says, number one, this is what you should do. And it's usually by Sue Brooke. She's their education leader. And she just
Okay.
walks you through, like, do this, and kind of like why it's important.
That's nice. I like that they have videos like that. Okay, that's
Yeah.
really good to know.
And just the other thing that is really, there's a million things that are cool. And I'll reach out to you too. You reached out to me on LinkedIn, right?
Yes.
Okay, after this, I'll send you my Alignable link, and then you can join from there, and then because if I connect with you, I use my connection credit. So
Cool.
new people, when you join, you get 5 free credits, I believe.
Okay.
I can't remember. Um, it's changed since I joined, but I think you get 5, and then they encourage
Okay.
you to become a premium member, and then
Hmm.
it's whatever fee it is. I'm a premium plus member because I wanted a group. So there's different levels. And for
Makes
me,
sense. Okay.
for mine, it's like $89 a month. And some people are like, oh my gosh, but for me, it's a return on my investment. Like,
Yeah,
it makes me
absolutely.
money. So again, it's all what you want to do with it. But if you're a free member, honestly, you don't get as far. You don't, because
Yeah.
most of the people who are having any level of success on Alignable are at least a
Hmm.
premium member. And I have an affiliate link somewhere and I always forget to use it. So it's not like I'm sitting here trying to like, it's just true. It's
Yeah.
true because the people that are actually using the platform and doing it, they don't know who's active and who's not. But if
Yeah.
you
Right.
have a premium account, then it signals to everybody, okay, if they're paying every month, chances are they're going to be active. They're not going to reach out to you.
Absolutely.
I have,
Right. Okay.
I think I have 300 or more pending reach outs because
Wow.
somebody hasn't accepted my, so I don't know if they're
Okay.
doing, and mostly it's people that have either joined my group or that I'm looking and thinking, oh, they look active on here, but they might not be. So
Yeah.
that's
Interesting. Okay.
helpful. What else can I
This
tell you?
is
Anything
great.
else? What else can I tell you?
I love that. Well, I want to go explore it. And then
Okay,
honestly,
yeah.
if it's okay with you, I might even message you on LinkedIn and say like either let's set up a time to chat
Oh, of
more once I've
course, of
explored
course. Yeah,
questions or just shoot you.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
That's perfect.
of
I want to
course.
jump over into because I want to do these, paid workshops and stuff. I might go talk. Do you know Anne Marie Rose who's doing the paid
No, I don't.
workshops?
I don't.
I
But
don't know her
go,
either. So
go.
I
Yeah,
might jump over there. Thank you for this.
yeah,
This was
yeah,
so useful.
yeah,
I
yeah.
appreciate you. I'll talk to you soon.
Excellent. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Well, that was fun. That was fun to talk about Alignable with an actual person that hasn't been on Alignable. And where was I? Number 4. I did number 4. Okay. Number 5, understand Alignable's culture. This is what came to me after I'd been on Alignable for a while. Then I really realized that, oh yeah, every platform does have a little bit different um, way they do things, and Alignable is no different. So Alignable has its own unique culture. Again, it's based on its networking. Some people say, oh, it's a social media platform, and you could argue that. However, they are branded as a networking platform. So it's all about online networking and face-to-face networking. So I talked earlier about when I was an ambassador for the Northwest area in Calgary. That's when I would host, along with my co-host, Lisa McGrath is out of Airdrie. Her and I would host in-person events once a month. And now that I'm out of town a lot, I don't host in-person events, so I mostly just host my online events on Alignable. And the events are about networking, getting to know your fellow entrepreneurs. I often say fellow coaches because I run a coaching community. Um, what else can I say about the culture? Uh, Yeah, you can find out about the platform's values, get to know different people in different groups. Let me go on to number 6. I've got here, embrace the go-giver mentality. And if you're familiar with the book, The Go-Giver by Bob Berg and John David Mann, I love to reference that book because it's one of my favorite books about servant leadership. It's about um, giving your time, talent, your expertise. And I'm not saying give away your services for free. However, in this day and age um, of everyone being everywhere, whether it's social media, whether it's AI, we're consumed, uh, we're overwhelmed. We're overwhelmed with information. We're literally just bombarded. We could be on our phones all day or on our computer all day consuming information. So when we get into a lot of these networking groups and we're trying to talk to other people, the go-giver mentality is literally listening, like listening to other people and seeing how can I actually offer value or whatever it is you're talking about before I'm trying to sell you anything. And I truly believe in that as well. I like to be generous with whatever I'm offering up, because how else will people get to know who I am, what I offer, what I'm about? Um, maybe they don't even need any of my services or information, and they won't know that if I'm not sharing anything about what I do and the services that I offer. So let's see. Being a go-giver, this is what I've got here. Being a go-giver not only enriches the community, but also positions you as a trusted, valued member. So learn the art of relationship referrals. I've got a note here for myself, and relationship referrals is referring to one of my fellow go-giver coaches here on the platform on Alignable. Engage Pro with Tom Gay is a relationship referral system and method, and Tom and I have collaborated on many events, and I just appreciate the way that he leads with intention and teaches everyone how to make the best of those referrals in order to lead them into lead generation or client attraction and retention. Number 7 I've got here, cultivate memorability. And I often say on Alignable in my breakout rooms or my networking, what do you want to be known for? So absolutely, as coaches, we can help a lot of people. We're trained coaches. We're trained to listen, ask good questions, to dig deep into the type of help and transformation that people want. However, we can help anybody, but we can't market to everybody. We just get lost in the noise. So what do you want to be known for on Alignable? What's a distinct aspect of you or your business? What can you get known for on Alignable? And often referred to as that halo effect. So whatever you want to be known for, that's kind of like your spotlight. That's your sweet spot. That's your expertise that people might want to always refer others to, your zone of genius, whatever moniker you want to give that. But what do you want to be known for on Alignable? This helps you stand out. So I talk about cultivate memorability. How can I say it from what I said here? Identify a distinct aspect of your business or expertise and strive to become known for that within the Alignable community. When I'm writing it down and I can say it more succinctly, sometimes that's why I like to read it out instead of continuing to think of how I want to explain it to you. So what else have I got here? Establishing a memorable presence enhances your visibility and makes you more appealing to potential collaborators and clients. So, and the link that I've got for that, Alignable Success Tips. So if you look up that group, so if you're on Alignable and you're in the top search bar and you can search by person, you can search by business, you can search by group. So if you were to click the group tab and put in Alignable Success Tips and go into that group, you will find Alignable Success Tips and a plethora of helpful information. All right, I talked about alliances and being an ambassador. So that's tip number 8 I've got here. Engage with your local alliance. So no matter where you live, and Alignable is only in North America. So Canada and United States is where we have Alignable. I'm in Canada. Calgary, Alberta is where I usually make my home. I also like to say to people I'm on my niece's farm a lot, so that's why I'm in between Calgary and the farm and spending time here. Okay, I digress. What else? Engage with local alliances. That's where I was at. Okay. Meaning in your local area, chances are there is an alliance that you can join, meaning a networking group of Alignable that's in your town, in your city. So if you were to go on Alignable and and look or search alliances and just say nearest me, or there's a tab you can search for where is my local alliance. And if you need help, just search out Coach Connect Hub on Alignable, join the group, and then ask your question in the group or connect with me, and I can help you out. Number 9, I'm getting the rooms are closing button across my screen. So I'm going to give you number 9 and number 10 quickly before I get moved out of my room. Number 9, participate in peer groups and events. So take advantage of Alignable's group features. I just talked about that. So whether it's your local alliance or it's your niche group, again, whether you're a speaker, whether you're an author, a marketer, an entrepreneur, there's Entrepreneur University with Jeffrey Kent, which is fabulous. What else what have I got here? Oh, join All About Networking. So I've got that here. Join All About Networking. Again, it's another group. And then number 10, consistency. Consistency is key. So again, I am all about, even if you have 10 or 15 minutes a day, or you have 20 minutes on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, just whatever you can, be consistent as many times during the week as you can. So if you've got 10 minutes a day, spend 10 minutes a day and do something on Alignable, like connect with people, join groups, comment in groups, post your own question in a group. If you have an hour or half an hour, join a Smart Connect networking event. That's where you meet different people throughout that 1 hour. It's like speed networking within an hour. When I run Smart Connects, we get in 8 7-minute breakout rooms. So that means if you come to that Smart Connect, you are going to have the ability to meet 7, 8, 9 other people within that hour. And it's a quick way to build your community, build your referral base, and even some people pick up clients this way too. The whole way on Alignable is not leading with selling first. So when I talked about that go-giver mentality, the service mentality, it's getting to know people first. So relationship driven first, and then connection, sales, all of that after. And if you use Alignable in the way that it was created and you allow it time. So I often say to people, if you join Alignable and you do the things that I've put in the visibility boost that you can download, or you can also message me and I can share these 10 tips with you. If you do it and consistently, then over time you are going to see results. In my humble opinion, that Alignable for me is the long game, building those relationships, creating the relationships that are either your referral partners or getting known for what you do, and which has happened for me. I work primarily with new coaches, and now 3 years later, I have a lot of clients that come through Alignable because they've consumed my content. They've been in Coach Connect Hub. I've developed that. They know me, they like me, they trust me. So I've developed those 3 factors, attributes, which we talk about a lot on Alignable. You need people to get to know you, and we work with people who we like. So the ones that I build those relationships, we work together. And then others, they go to different groups. They might check out my group and find that it's not the group for them. And that's what I encourage. There's millions of profiles on Alignable, millions of people. So you are going to find your community on Alignable. And I look forward to meeting you on Alignable. And thank you, Lisa, for having this event. And I'll see everyone back in the main room.